It's a happy birthday. If you are celebrating your birthday, why don't you create a cake? Hopefully we're going to turn that frown upside down with a delicious upside down cake, and Teresa is going to show us the way. Today we are making a beautiful pineapple upside down cake, something I'm really interested to know. At what point do you flip the upside down? How do you create the upside downness in it? And we're going to do it with a touch of Clover Pride extra virgin olive oil this morning. And the keyword here is Clover. If you want to bake or create along with us this morning, SMS the keyword Clover to 33728 and you can cook along with us. Good morning, Teresa.
Hi.
Something really interesting, something that is, it's quite a traditional favorite. I always imagine someone kind of dropped a cake tin and this is how it was created in the first place. But take us through what we're going to be making today.
Okay, so we've got our pineapple here. So we're going to start here. We've grilled the pineapple. Basically starts the caramelization process and make sure that you get those beautiful lines on the tin.
Because you want, sorry, they probably have stuck to the grill now.
Stuck, yeah.
You want that caramelization kind of to get the sugars out of the fruit there.
That's right, yeah.
Okay.
So you're going to pop those in the tin.
It's important to grill them, do that before you can't just put pineapple on the cake.
Yeah. It's just going to look really, really beautiful. So pop those in. Of course, grease and line your tin, very important. Okay. And then we're going to sprinkle some brown sugar over the pineapple, which is also going to create that beautiful caramel sauce that you see on top of the cake.
Oh, lovely. That's going to kind of drip through and be absorbed into the sponge. There. Love it.
Right, we're going to make our batter now.
Okay.
So we've got butter and sugar in the bowl.
Okay.
And just cream that for a good few minutes. You want it to be pale and fluffy.
Okay. And that's a term we hear used a lot, pale and fluffy.
Yes. You'll see the colour will lighten. And it'll
more blonde.
That's right. There we go. And then we're going to add our egg yolks. Okay. So we're using 3 eggs that we've separated.
Okay.
So we're going to pop those in. Just add them one at a time. Oops.
You can.
2 at a time.
It's not going to ruin the cake, okay? It's not going to ruin the cake.
There we go. And then we're going to add our Clover Olive Pride.
Okay.
And there's sort of this conception that you can't use olive oil in baking because it might affect the flavour.
Change the flavour, yeah.
But if you use an extra virgin olive oil, like the Olive Pride, it's actually perfect. Any recipe that calls for olive oil or for any sort of vegetable oil,
okay.
You can use your extra virgin olive oil.
Just go that route. Yeah. What does the oil do to the eventual outcome? Why are you using the oil in the
The oil will give you a very moist cake and a nice flavour. So it's always good to use that. So mix that in. And then we're going to add the dry ingredients. Do you want to add them for me?
Okay,
so we've got some flour.
Okay.
And then we've also got some baking powder and bicarb.
Okay.
And a bit of salt as well.
A little pinch of salt.
There we go. And then we're also going to add some amasi.
This out of the way here.
There we go. And some coconut as well.
Desiccated coconut?
Yes.
Oh, lovely.
There we go. And of course, coconut and pineapple go so beautifully together.
Oh, I'm just imagining what this is going to come out like once you've got those beautiful syrups coming, kind of seeping through that sponge. Oh, so made with a blend of 4 different kinds of olives for a unique flavour and aroma as well. Low in saturated fats, which is vitally important, cholesterol-free, and a rich supply of antioxidants, also high in vitamin E, A, D, and K. Helps in the fight against heart disease and strokes. Just all added benefits for using an extra virgin olive oil like Olive Pride. The flavour component, that's looking amazing. So what are you adding now? Were these the whites from the egg yolks?
Yes.
Okay.
So beat them up with a little bit of cream of tartar, which of course stabilizes the egg whites.
Okay.
And then you're going to fold that into your batter, so it gives you a lovely, light, airy batter.
Okay, I see you're not being too aggressive with that, but just folding it in, not over mixing it, so you can keep that aeration.
And if you've got a couple of little lumps, it's absolutely fine. But you just want to incorporate that. You can see that's looking fluffy and delicious.
Oh, that's amazing. Okay, so then just quickly wrapping up, that goes into the tin over
your pineapples.
Grilled pineapples and sugar.
Yep, and you bake that at 180 degrees for 30 to 40 minutes.
Okay.
And then the trick is you want to let it cool for a couple of minutes before you flip it over.
You do the upside downing.
It's going to break.
All right, so in the oven, 180 degrees, but let's take you through the full process of how we create this amazing, delicious-looking upside-down pineapple cake.
Olive Pride brings a touch of pride and the natural beauty of olive oil to your table. Made with love by Clover. Turn that frown upside down with this delicious and sweet pineapple cake from Clover and Olive Pride. Add 1 cup of sugar to a 1/4 cup of Clover butter and whisk until pale and fluffy. Next, whisk in 3 egg yolks and a touch of Pride. Then whisk to combine again. Add a cup of flour, a cup of desiccated coconut, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of bicarb of soda, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 cup of Clover amasi, and whisk to combine. In a separate bowl, add a 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar to 3 egg whites and whip until soft peaks form. Add the whipped egg to the flour mixture and fold together. Arrange pineapple rings into a baking tin, then sprinkle over 1/2 cup of brown sugar. Spoon the cake batter all over the top and bake at 180 degrees Celsius for 30 to 40 minutes. Add spoonfuls of whipped Clover fresh cream to the bottom half of the cake. Spread it out and sprinkle over toasted coconut. And close it up with the top half, pineapple side up. This classic recipe for a pineapple upside-down cake is the perfect tea time treat and will be so popular you'll find yourself making this again and again and again.
Made with love by Clover.
And then we quickly pop this baby into the oven, 180 degrees Celsius, 15 to 20 minutes, but you can test it and then just let it cool before you do the flipping, I understand? Yeah. Because you don't want your beautiful creation to break. And then maybe some lashings of fresh, whipped full cream.
Yogurt as well, toasted coconut.
Yeah, I think something to cut through the sweetness because there's going to be a lot of sweetness.
Absolutely.
The keyword again is Clover to 33728. Teresa, you are a magician. Thank you so much. That looks amazing. We'll spread the love with our crew. We'll see you on the other side of a very quick break. Don't stray too far. We're going to continue a vitally important discussion this morning, focusing on our parents and what you can do if your child is depressed. Stay tuned.
Olive Pride brings a touch of pride and the natural beauty of olive oil to your table. Made with love by Clover.